Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Volume 2, issue number 13 by Mirage Studios. This is the battle, and this is the final issue. So here we go. This is the end of Volume 2. We have gone on a pretty crazy journey. We've talked about all the spin-offs that came from Volume 2 as well as the main run, and this is it. This is the end. So let's dive right in. So we start off with Leo being blasted down the hole. So in the last issue, Leo popped out of the hole to realize that the entire place is surrounded by D.A.R.P.A agents and just a huge army of tanks and helicopters and stuff. And as soon as Leo pokes his head out, they shoot at him, and he's able to duck down, but he loses his grip and he starts falling when Raphael catches him. And he basically tells him, like, there's no way we can make it up there. There's got to be like hundreds of troops out there. We have to go back. We have to find another way out. And that's when they hear like a huge explosion sound and the cave kind of shakes. And so Donatello decides, okay, I'm going to go check it out. So he peeks his head out of the hole and he sees that the Triceratons have arrived. So not the entire Triceratons. There's still a bunch of them that are left up in the spaceship. But they have sent like a smaller ship down, and a bunch of Triceratons are coming out and they're fighting the D.A.R.P.A agents. So we just have absolute chaos. We have Triceratons shooting at D.A.R.P.A agents, D.A.R.P.A agents shooting at Triceratons. Both are taking heavy casualties, just explosions and gunfire going off. And the turtles decide to use this chaos to climb out of the hole and make a break for it. As this is happening, we cut to the spaceship where the Triceraton commander is asking for a battle report. And he's told that the Triceratons are suffering heavy losses and the enemy is going to win at some point. Like, enemy victory is imminent. Should I recall the troops and save what's left of our people? And he's like, nope. Instead, we're going to do something crazy. Instead, what they're going to do is they're going to power their ship and they're going to swing it around the sun as to gain momentum and basically slingshot their ship into Earth. So they're going to do a suicide mission. They're just going to crash their ship into Earth at full speed and try to take out as much of mankind with them as possible. And so as that's going down, we cut back to our total friends. And Lewis, he starts acting a little bit weird. And he's like, run for it. The Triceraton, he's a traitor. And that's when the Triceraton blasts Lewis like through the torso and just obliterates his chest. And Leo is talking to Lewis and saying, like, stay with me. And he tells him, no, there's no pain. My mind is floating. I don't need my body anymore. And that's when he tells Leo about what's happening. He tells him that the Triceraton asteroid ship is heading for Earth at high speed, and it's going to cause a huge explosion. Thousands will die. You have to find a way to stop it. And I did think that this part was a bit weird in the sense that Leo seems to care more about the death of Lewis than he did for Nobody. I think when Nobody died, there was just like one part where they're like, no, nobody. And then they just kind of moved on. Whereas here, like, Lewis gets like a better farewell, like a better send-off. So yeah, Lewis dies in Leo's arms. And that's when the Triceraton is bragging about his people taking over Earth. Unnoticed to him, one of the Triceraton crafts is exploding and it collapses on top of him, killing him. So yeah, he dies. Meanwhile, Bruce Campbell asks the turtles to help him flip one of the jeeps over and tells them, I got to go back to the lab. There is a weapon there that might be able to stop the approaching Triceraton ship. And Leo helps flip the car over. He's like, all right, I'll help you. And Bruce Campbell shoots Leo with basically it's like pressurized air, just enough to knock him off the jeep. And he's like, no, you have no choice. I'm gonna go take care of it. You and your people leave. And so Casey and the turtles start making their escape. Meanwhile, we cut to Bruce Campbell, where we find out that Lewis didn't die. He just used his mind powers to trick the Triceraton and the turtles and Casey into believing that he died, but he's actually still alive. And he is going to help Bruce Campbell take out the Triceraton ship. And what they're going to do is they have this device It is a interphasic cannon. And so what they're going to do is they have to time this perfectly, but their plan is once the ship comes within range, they're going to shoot it, which will make the ship phase through the ground. So when it impacts the ground, instead of like impacting the ground, it'll just go through the ground. And then it'll unphase right when it's in the middle of the earth, in the molten core. So basically they're going to kill the Triceratons and the ships by melting them in Earth's core. And I'm like, okay, that's pretty interesting idea. And so, yeah, the turtles are rushing up this hill when they see the Triceraton ship coming, and there's a huge like explosion, and we just see the turtles, like, we see Leo's face just getting like melted off. It's almost like he got caught up in an atomic blast or something. Kind of reminds me a bit of that one scene from Terminator 2. And yeah, Leo wakes up in a chair, and he sees Casey picking up Shadow's toys, and Shadow's playing some kind of Godzilla game. And Leo asks Casey, like, that blast, was I knocked out? Like, when did we get back? And Casey's like, from where? And Leo's like, from Nevada. Casey says, Leo, we've never been to Nevada. And Leo's like, what? Like, did I dream that entire thing up? And so he picks up Shadow and hugs her, and he looks out the window, and he sees Lewis looking at him, giving him a smile, and Lewis basically says goodbye, Leo, and walks away. That's how it ends. So yeah, the entire thing wasn't a dream. It actually did happen, but everyone else believes it's a dream. Leo's the only one who has some pieces of it happening, but he might be convinced that it was actually a dream. We don't know. But yeah, everyone else has no memories of going to Nevada and fighting the D.A.R.P.A agents and the Triceraton and all that stuff. And yeah, that's how it ends. So my final thoughts, I will say that I enjoyed this run for the most part. I will say that it seemed a bit rushed at times. Like, we had like a story with Splinter that kind of didn't go anywhere. We had the Baxter Stockman, and that kind of got dropped. Like, Baxter Stockman just got easily destroyed. Not easily destroyed, but he got destroyed pretty quickly. What happened with April? What did he stab April with? Do we have any idea? That subject never got brought up again. So that was kind of a bummer. I did hear that Volume 2, like, they were not selling as well. So maybe the run got canceled quick. You know, it got the axe. For anyone who's familiar with manga, it got the axe, and so they kind of had to rush the ending. I don't know. But yeah, it seemed like there were some story elements that were brought up and never went anywhere. But I did enjoy it for the most part. I do think Volume 1, take out the guest era and just have the canon stuff in Volume 1 was the better run than Volume 2. But yeah, I mean, if you keep the guest era stuff, then obviously I had more fun reading Volume 2. But yeah, take out the guest era stuff. Volume 1 was better in my opinion than Volume 2. But Volume 2 wasn't that bad. If I were to grade it from 1 to 10, I'd give it like a 7. 7.5 out of 10. Well, I don't really do 0.5s. Yeah, about a 7 out of 10. Could have been a lot better. I feel like I said, there were some parts where it planted seeds, and then those seeds never went anywhere. Like, it set up things that never paid off. And so I'm kind of bummed out by that. Maybe they'll pay it off in another volume. Definitely not Volume 3, because Volume 3, I already went through that, and that was Turtles Urban Legends. So speaking of next volume, I don't know if I'll do a Volume 4 review. I guess it depends on if you guys want it or not. If you want me to go through Volume 4 and the entire main run and all the spin-off stuff for that one, let me know. Otherwise, I'll probably take a break from Retro Turtle stuff. But yeah, this was fun. There you go. I hope you enjoyed. There's the end of Volume 2. Anyways, hope to see you next time. Take care. Later. So what'd you guys think of that video? I hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys haven't already, please subscribe. Hit that bell for a notification. Leave a like if you enjoyed the video. And if you didn't enjoy the video, thank you for watching it this far, and I hope the next video is more to your liking. Feel free to check out the playlist that you guys see, and I hope to see you guys next time. Later.